Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activity karma kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have a complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Before we move on to Srimad Bhagavatam class, may I know who all joined this morning?
हरे कृष्ण विनीता गंधारी का माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय प्रीतिदासी फ्रॉम शालवट हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna Preeti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every single day, giving your association. Welcome to the call.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. This is Arvind from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Arvindaksha Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining every single day, giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vandita Gandharva Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Garanga ki jai, and all the simple devotees. This is Shivani from Ashram Virginia. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Shivani Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Nice to hear your sweet voice this morning, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Hari Bol. I know you join every day, but you announce very rarely. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, and all the glories to the assembled devotees. This is Manjri Leela Devidasi from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Manjari Leela Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day and chanting so beautifully. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Shamaguri Devidasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna Shamaguri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association. Welcome to the call. I was about to pick that dupatta today, but I thought, okay, I'm most oftenly using that one. I want to change it to otherwise. That's why I'm laughing when I see that. I was about to pick that only, Mataji, today. But
Hare Krishna.
welcome to the call, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and blessing all of us with your sweet association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashwati Priya Devidasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashwati Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day, giving your sweet association. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead. Hare Krishna, Babu Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhuji, for joining every day and chanting with us and also giving your association for Srimad Bhagavatam classes. Hare Krishna. Missing your association for mid-morning. I remember you were joining in beginning, but again, I don't see you there. Please join us, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today, we are very fortunate to have His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 15th chapter, 69 verse. Before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I would like to read a brief introduction about His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhu. Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji is a brahmachari monk, a disciple of His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj, practicing bhakti for about 2 decades. He holds a B.Tech degree from NIT Trichy among the top 5 universities in India, graduation from Trinity School of Music, London for Western classic music, worked formerly in Tata Motors as a manager. He has rendered variety of services in past: college preaching, youth monitoring, congregational preaching, center head, youth preaching secretary, and director. Presently, he is serving under His Grace Kalakanta Prabhu Krishna House program for youth preaching. He is also doing congregational preaching in Florida, which is his base. He has completed various courses like Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Vedanta, teachers training courses, all levels, and now teaches them to variety of audience. He loved to perform kirtan with his harmonium and guitar. We are very happy to have Prabhuji on the call today. Is Prabhuji there? Prabhuji is not yet joined. We'll pause the recording. Okay. Anybody would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead. Okay. I see Padma Mataji joining after a long time. Mataji, were you on vacation, Mataji? I did not see you from long time. Okay, maybe Mataji is busy. Jai Shri Krishna.
Mataji, Hare Krishna Mataji, please
Hare
accept
Krishna
my
Mataji, I
obeisances.
was missing you. Where are you all these days?
I went to India, Mataji, for 4.5 to 5 weeks. I just came back yesterday.
Oh, very nice to have you, Mataji. Nice to
Please
see
accept
you.
my humble obeisances. All glory to
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna Mataji, please
Hare
accept my
Krishna.
humble obeisances. We're missing you, Mataji. I was thinking what happened.
Yeah.
Mataji.
Tomorrow I'll do the service from tomorrow. Mataji.
Tomorrow
Yeah.
onwards.
Just came
Okay,
back,
Mataji.
day before yesterday.
Hari bol, Hari
I'll
bol.
go.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram. Yeah, Prabhuji is there. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 15th chapter, 69th verse, Prabhuji. Over to you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Still, it took some time because I was trying to find the link from the previous. We'll start with prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Prichaitanyamanobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyate Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurtushe Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते जयतां सुरतो पंगोर्मम मंदमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्व पदाम्बोजौ राधा मदन मोहनो तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So very happy to be with all of you once again. Thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity to glorify Srimad Bhagavatam, to glorify the process of Bhakti. Yes, thank you. Hari Hari. So I just wanted to start off today's discussion by just reminding ourselves which canto we are in. Because very soon we will not be in the 7th canto. We are going to feel separation from 7th canto, but we have been in the 7th canto for quite some time, especially this 15th chapter. I think I have given 4 classes on 15th chapter. It's a very long chapter, right? I've personally got an opportunity to speak that about. And the last section was about the varnashram duties, the chapter number 11 to 15. And before that, chapter number 1 to 10 was about the pure devotional service of Prahlad Maharaj, right? Prahlada. So this entire 7th canto, if you see, has been spoken. That's a dialogue between Narad Muni and Maharaj Yudhishthir. It is their conversation that's going on. So this particular section we are entering into today, we are going to speak about shloka number 69. So this is the culmination. So what has happened from chapter 11 to chapter 15, the entire varnashram is described very wonderfully. By whom? By Närada to Yudhishthir Maharaj. The reason? Okay, immediately one cannot take to the process of pure devotional service. Well, along with the sadhana bhakti, we take up varnashram duties, and that's what is the path recommended by Krishna. And that is why we have this particular section. Varnashram, along with the Svaidhi sadhana bhakti, and that's a practical path. So not everybody will be able to realize their position, so there is varnashram duties. But the final section that we are going to read right now, where Narad Muni is stepping, because the last section which Närada spoke, just that section contains from 57 shloka to shloka number 68. So these 12 shlokas, he again summarizes the varnashram dharma. Yes, so varnashram dharma is again summarized. So now last time only we would have done 68th verse. Am I right? So today we are going to do 69. So Närada is given summary of all the varnashram dharma. That's all done. But now he is wanting to make something very different. Some different kind of presentation. And whenever Närada wants to give a different kind of presentation, well, what he's going to do? Let's see. We'll find out. So now till now, what we discussed from shloka number 57 to 68, summary of varnashram dharma. Next, what now? So thus there is a link. Why this section? Why we are discussing this section? A new section is going to enter. What is that? Thus the devotees taking the instructions of Lord as the ultimate praman, ultimate basis, ultimate proof, do not depend on the rules of varnashram conduct. They don't depend on varnashram conduct. They depend on Lord and his instructions. In order to make this very, very clear, of course, one has to perform one's varnashram duty. Krishna himself encourages Arjuna to do what? What does Bhagavad Gita say? Bhagavad Gita says that one has to perform one's varnashram duties along with plus Vaidhi sadhana bhakti. This is the general prescription. But what is the purpose of this prescription? The purpose of this prescription is Bhagavad Gita 18.66. Sarva dharman parityajya Mamekam sharanam vraja, aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma sucha. That's the ultimate instruction that Krishna gives to Arjuna, to leave aside all other so-called dharmas and just surrender unto me. This is the ultimate instruction. And for all of us also to perform this varëäçrama plus Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, why is it there? It is for us to realize the surrender, to come to the point of surrender. So this particular statement that you have to take the Lord's instruction seriously, and that will take you beyond the rules of varëäçrama. In order to illustrate this, Närada explains his previous life in 5 shlokas. So from shloka number 69 to shloka number 73. Yes, in these 5 shlokas, this particular section of this Bhagavatam, we are going to see Närada explaining his previous life. So what was Närada's previous life? Anybody? Yes, you all must be definitely knowing. You know, but I just wanted to check if you are aware. Do not tell. Yes, son of a maidservant. Yes. Yes, so he was a son of a maidservant, a Shudra birth. In fact, it was such a lowly birth, he didn't even know who is his father. He didn't know who his father was, he knew his mother. Right, so that was his birth. But what was his birth previous to that? Before the birth of this son of maidservant, what was that birth? That is going to be explained here. So in the first canto, in chapter number 5 and 6, Närada had explained what was his birth before he becoming Narada Muni. He was a Shudra boy. And that particular birth he explains, the son of a Shudrani. She was a servant in a particular school. Yes, she used to do menial services. He had no clue of his father. But how did he land up there? What happened? Yes, how this birth came. So for this story, there is going to be one more previous birth that is going to be explained. So here we understand from Narad Muni how wonderfully Närada has this quality that he is willing to reveal instances from his own past life if it were to give some good instructions. Usually we are literally sometimes afraid to speak about our past. Oh, our past life is not very glorious. No. We don't want to talk. Please don't discuss about our past life. We have been very, very pigs. Now you may see me a senior devotee. But before that I was sinner non-devotee. Now I am senior devotee. Previously I was sinner non-devotee. So please don't discuss my past life, past times. Nobody wants to discuss. But you see here Närada, first, in order to explain to Vyasadeva, he is willing to explain. Oh, I am Shudra. Shudra means pakka kuch gadbad kiya rahega. You would have done something wrong. Some mistake, some blunder you would have committed, because of which you are right, you got a Shudra body. And what is that particular mistake? That is also revealed in Bhagavatam. What did I do? So Narad Muni is keeping his life as an open book. So this requires really a very wonderful quality. It shows how great soul he is. Yes, he's keeping his life as an open book. Okay, if it is going to be a very good instruction for all the readers, so that they will all discuss in Bhakti Sangh Japa classes about my previous life and learn, I don't mind. I have absolutely no problem. Please discuss and learn. So that requires a lot of, it requires a great deal of broad-mindedness, maturity to do that. Okay, so what happened to what led to that birth of a Shudra? So that is going to be discussed in this particular section, these 5 shlokas. So let us discuss. So our topic of discussion is going to be shloka number 69. Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, is it right? Okay.
Yes,
so this
Prabhu.
One shloka. Thank you. Aham puräbhavaam kaçcid Gandharva upabarhaëaù nämnätéte mahä-kalpe gandharvanam su-sammataù. So aham. So he's going to say, let's read some Sanskrit, because now this particular shloka is having very less purport and explanation. So I'm taking my time to give a lot of background. Aham, me. So I'm going to now instruct you something. This principle that devotees do not depend on the external rules and conduct of varëäçrama, I'm giving a proof of that particular example from my own life. That how a devotee can easily transcend the rules and regulations of the varnashrama. He can transcend it. Yes, however, we should note there's a difference between transcending and transgressing. Can you all wonderful devotees tell me, does a pure devotee transcend varnashram or he transgresses varnashram? Yes? I have muted all of you. Please forgive me because everyone speaks together. It won't look good. So you can definitely use your typing skills and you can type. Yes, devotees. Does a pure devotee transgress varnashram or he transcends varnashram? Transcends. Very good. So this has to be very clear. We don't transgress varnashram. What is the meaning of transgressing varnashram? Transgressing varnashram means not following. Come on, I will not follow varnashram. Or disobeying. Yes. So disobeying the varnashram duties, not following the varnashram duties is transgressing varnashram. Then what does a devotee do? What is the meaning of transcending? Transcending means devotee situates oneself in such a position above the three modes. A devotee rises to a platform which is above three modes, wherein a devotee need not follow varnashram. Because the purpose of varnashram is to purify the modes. Suppose somebody is there in the mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. In order to purify these modes, because unless these modes are purified, you will not have a pure mind. The purpose of following the varnashram dharma is to have a pure mind. And what is the purpose of pure mind? The purpose of pure mind is to engage in Krishna's bhajan and service, sadhana and seva. That is the purpose of pure mind. So if we don't follow varnashram, we will not have a pure mind. And if we don't have a pure mind, we will not be able to properly engage in bhajan. So that's why varnashram is done to get a pure mind. And with a pure mind, one engages in mahä-kalpe manapartha yogam yunjan madashrayah asamshaya samagram mam yathagnasasi tatshrunu. 7.1 Bhagavad Gita. That's the goal of Bhakti Yoga, to engage one's mind in Krishna's service and sadhana. Right? So the pure devotees already have a pure mind. So because they have a pure mind, they've achieved the purpose of varnashram. They absolutely do not need to follow the varnashram duties. They are beyond it. Yes? Yeah. Okay, so aham puräbhavaam kaçcit. Yes? Pura, previously. Pura. Abhavam, I existed. Kaçcid Gandharva, as one of the Gandharva. So I was a Gandharva, one of the Gandharva. And what was your name? Upabarhaëa namnä. My name was Upabarhaëa. So I existed as a Gandharva named Upabarhaëa, one of the Gandharvas. When was this? Yes, when was this? Atéte mahä-kalpe. This was previous Brahma's time, not this Brahma. In this Brahma, how did he appear as? In this Brahma, right from the deliberation, from the heart Närada comes. Correct? And he inherits the section of Bhakti. That's how Narad Muni is there. Narad Muni comes from the heart. So that's what happened in the beginning. So this happened in the previous Brahma's time. The mahä-kalpa. Kalpa means a day of Brahma. And mahä-kalpa means the previous Brahma's days. That is the meaning that Madhvacharya is going to give, Acharyas give. Right? Atéte mahä-kalpe, which means in the previous Brahma's day. One of the days of previous Brahma. I'm telling us, talking about a story from that time. Correct? And what was your position that time? How were you? How many followers did you have on your Instagram account? What was your fame? Gandharvanam su-sammataù. The entire Gandharva race. Yes, among all the Gandharvas, su-sammataù. Sammataù means, mataha means they agree. Sammataù means they unanimously agree. Everyone agrees. Su-sammataù means definitely unanimously everyone agrees. So I was very, very respectable person. So people respected me a lot. Gandharva, amongst the Gandharvas, su-sammataù. That was his position. Correct? Now I request one of the devotees to kindly read the translation, which we just discussed Anvaya. Somebody can discuss just read the translation.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna,
Her Grace Indulekha Karuna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Long ago in another mahä-kalpa, millennium of Brahma, I existed as the Gandharva known as Upabarhaëa. I was very respected by the other Gandharvas.
Yes, thank you. So that's what we discussed. All right. So before we enter into Prabhupada's purport, in order to understand Prabhupada's purport in a better light, let us discuss some points from the Acharya's commentary. Right? First of all, why is this section being presented? Again, we want to discuss a little bit more. In essence, we know, yes, a pure devotee does not depend on the varnashram conduct. He depends on Lord's instruction. This is the sum and substance. That is the whole purpose. But little more points from Bhagavatam. Because anything you speak, you should speak with proof. You have proof from Shastras? Yes. The devotees will act as Lord instructs. After attaining bhakti through the fortunate association with other devotees. Yes. Once somebody has attained bhakti, how do you attain this bhakti? You attain this good fortune by association with other devotees. Now here, who gives bhakti? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in his book Madhurya Kadambini, he discusses this subject matter very elaborately. Who gives bhakti? Now if you see here, Krishna doesn't give bhakti. Why? If Krishna starts giving bhakti, people will label Krishna as partial. Hey, you gave that fellow bhakti, you did not give me bhakti, you are partial. So Krishna says, okay, I will not give bhakti. Then who will give bhakti? Yes, it is a Vaishnava who gives bhakti. But Vaishnavas are also of three categories. There are three types of Vaishnavas. Yeah. So the Vaishnavas are of three categories. There is Uttama Bhagavata, there is Madhyama Bhagavata, and there is Kanishta Bhagavata. Now if you look at Kanishta Bhagavat, Atmano Darpita Bhakti, he thinks I am a great devotee, others are all useless. That means me, Krishna, nobody in between. So such a person, because he disregards others, he doesn't have compassion to give bhakti, he cannot give bhakti. Because he himself has to mature first in his own bhakti. Right? If you look at Uttam Bhaktas, they think they are exactly diametrically opposite to Kanishta Bhaktas. These Uttam Bhaktas, they think that other than me, all are pure devotees. Because whatever Atmani, there's a Bhagavati, Chatmani, Chatmanam. That's their quality. Which means they see everybody has that capacity to serve Krishna. Everyone has the spark of bhakti. And if you see everyone as pure devotee, then how will you give bhakti to others? In fact, they will think, let me do my own sadhana. I'm not a pure devotee. Everyone is pure devotee of Lord except me. Oh, that means what? I need to intensify my bhajan. That's a pure devotee's vision. Uttama Bhakta vision. So even they also cannot give bhakti to others because they think they don't have bhakti. Then who can give bhakti? Yes. These are the category of Madhyam Adhikari who know how to deal with these four categories. Ishwareshu, Tad Adhineshu, devotees, Balisheshu, innocent, Dvishat Sucha, envious. Prema Maitri Kripopeksha Yakkarosi Shamadhyama. So these three devotees, about them you can study very deeply in 11th Canto, 2nd chapter, 45, 46, 47. So 46 speaks about this Madhyama Bhagavatas. They love Krishna. Yes, Prema. Maitri, they make friends with other devotees. And Kripa, they give mercy to innocent. And envious people, they ignore them. Upeksha, just ignore. Because you go near them, they will offend more. They'll become They'll go further away from Krishna. So let me stay away from them so that they don't go already away from Krishna. Let them not go further. So they ignore them. They leave them alone. So these people know how to deal, and this is the aspect of giving mercy to the innocent. Innocent means one whose heart is fertile to receive Krishna Bhakti Lata Bija. So these are the ones whom Krishna is entitled to give bhakti through their association. And once that bhakti appears in the heart through the associating with these devotees, then what will happen? Then the devotees will act just as the Lord instructs. So now I need help of all of you devotees. Okay, some small help. I want you all devotees to give an example where some devotee has acted in a way, my God, this is unbelievable. There is no other explanation than, oh, he has been inspired by Krishna to act like this. Okay, I will give an example, then you all can give, you can also think and give examples. Okay. All right, let us look at Sridhara Swami, the original commentator on, Vaishnava commentator on Srimad Bhagavatam. He actually wanted to, he married, but he wanted to take sannyas. So his wife, she told, at least you give me a son, then you go for getting sannyas. So he impregnates, he knows wife is pregnant, okay, now I'll go and take sannyas. Wife says, at least you see the face of your son, then go and take sannyas. So, okay, all right, I will do that. As soon as the son is born, his wife dies. Hare Krishna. And then he is thinking what to do now. I've taken a sankalpa. So similarly, at the same time, what happens? He sees a lizard. There is a lizard mother who gives birth to a small little lizard, and the mother also dies. And he is just observing and looking. And that particular baby lizard goes out. As soon as the baby lizard is born, it puts out its tongue and eats a fly. Okay. So nature has made arrangement for everyone. If the nature, material nature is making arrangement, Lord's nature is making arrangement for even a baby lizard, then what to speak of my baby? Make arrangement. Hare Krishna. He left. And one may say, what utter cruel behavior. Vaishnava means compassion. It's so very cruel. But ultimately that son of Sridhara Swami ends up becoming a great person. He becomes a king. He's adopted by the king and he becomes a king. This arrangement is taken care of. So this is a very bewildering example if you don't see the other part. But ultimately he was inspired by Lord to act like this. Anyone else? So here is a typical example of a devotee inspired by the Lord to give up the varnashram duties. Ideally, one should stay in the house till the time the son is capable of earning and taking care of the home. Then you leave and take sannyas. But this happened. Kardama Muni, another example. Yes. Kardama Muni is a brilliant example. Very true. So he also had similar lines. He had told very clearly that he had told before marriage only. So Swayambhu came. He said, see, I will give a son and take sannyas. He will not even wait for the son to grow. Why? Because if son grows, I will feed the son, I will hold the son, I will carry the son. There will be a lot of my, this thing. I will become attached to the household life. But you are going to get attached to a son who is the Supreme Lord. He says, but still, there are so many unnecessary duties that I will keep doing. Yes, which are not necessary. I actually want to only do Krishna bhajan alone. That is the real essence of life. So that was his focus, singular focus. So even if Kapila is born, I don't want to get entangled in the grihastha duties. I want to do my bhajan. That was one reason. Second reason is he was a dasya bhakta. Right? And because he was a dasya bhakta, he could not serve the Lord in vatsalya. It was different. It was not his rasa to serve the Lord as a parent. That is another reason, rasa reason why he had to leave and go. But it's also a very wonderful example. Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhupada also same thing, tea or me. He understood. He tried his best. He tried to support his family, but then later on his family members, they are not cooperating. Prabhupada, can you imagine Prabhupada is taking a house program down? His family members will not even come down. So he said, I need to leave. Raghunath Das Goswami, correct? He's inspired by the Lord. Brilliant example again. So he was somebody who was inspired by the Lord. He wanted to go and surrender. He wanted to run away to Lord Chaitanya. Rupa and Sanatana, correct. Rupa and Sanatana were quite old enough. Raghunath was still young. He was just married. He didn't even have children. Rupa Sanatan, they took at the right age, we can say. Arjuna, inspired by Lord, What did he do? He didn't take. He, in fact, followed the instructions of Lord. Anga Maharaj, that's another. Sri Radha Madan Mohan Prabhu. Brilliant example. Anga Maharaj, again, his son was young, but he saw that a wife is nuisance, son is bigger nuisance. Let me just leave. He didn't even tell his ministers rato rat. At the night, he just ran away. And that was inspired by Lord. He's glorified in Bhagavatam. Jiva Goswami. Yeah, Jiva also decides to dedicate his life. Narottam Das Thakur. Yes. He came and he just, in the prime of his youth, he just came and started serving Loknath Goswami, his guru. And then later on, he studied Shastras very deeply under Jiva Goswami and later on engaged in book distribution. He took all the Goswami's book and started distributing in Bengal, Odisha, etc. Very good. Nice examples. So the principle is very clear. Now, these are all exceptions of devotees where they are inspired by the Lord. Again, if you look at Shukadeva Goswami. Yes, he is a young lad. He was directly going towards the forest. He was Brahmagyani, but he came back to hear Bhagavatam. For purpose of Bhagavatam, he came back. Right? He was beyond varnashram. But still he came back to learn Bhagavatam. He didn't come back for the Brahman tet ceremony. He came back to learn Bhagavatam. Ramanujacharya. It's another brilliant example. Ramanujacharya. Where even Yamunacharya, in his prime of his youth, when he was a king, he left. And he took sannyas. Because that was inspiration by the Lord. The Lord's inspiration. Yeah. So we saw good examples. Thank you, devotees. You are very much present. All the videos are off. You're all still there. Thank you for giving me some confirmation. Because it feels very nice. So my request is if you all turn on videos, show your fan, show your outside view, show your deities. That's better than these black Brahman boxes. Show something. Yes. If nothing is there, show something in your home, but do not. Even if you're driving, show me your city, but don't show this black Brahman. I don't mind, whatever it is. Kulashekar Alvar, correct. He timely, even he was in the prime of his youth. Kulashekar Alvar is who is he? He is the shaman, he is the Kaustubha Mani of the Lord. He is an incarnation of the Kaustubha Mani. He also did that. Prime of his youth, they gave up the varnashram duties because they had the inspiration of the Lord. Okay, thank you. So to illustrate the same section, here is another section by Närada. So this is the instructions of all the scriptures. So this is the equivalent of Bhagavatam. This is Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto, 11th chapter, 32nd verse, which is equivalent of Bhagavad Gita 18.66. Same instruction. This is the essence of all scriptures. The essence of all the scriptures is this shloka. Ajñāyaivam gunān doshan mayādishtāna pisvakan dharman santyajya sarvan mam bhajeta sattu sattamah. So what is saying? First of all, get knowledge. Ajñānaivam. Get complete knowledge of what? Of gunas and doshas. The positive and the negative aspects of what? Positive and negative aspects of the varnashram dharmas. Yes. There is in this world, there is with every fire, there is smoke. The varnashram dharma is like lighting a fire, which is a need. Correct? You have to lit fire. So the essential component of fire is what? Fire has heat and light. But along with that, there will be unnecessary component, namely the smoke that will also come. The smoke is unproductive. It just goes inside the eyes and it will make your eyes burn. So this is unproductive part. We don't need this, but it will come. Byproduct will be there. So similarly, the varna, this Krishna only explains in the Bhagavad Gita that this is 18.48. Every initiative has a fault. That means every aspect of the varna and ashram has pros and cons. So in modern language, understanding properly the pros and cons of the varnashram dharma, maya adhishthan apiswakan, make me as your object of worship. Maya adhishta. Make me your adhishta. Make me your principle. Make me your prime object of worship. Yes. And then what do? Santyajya sarvan. Give up all the so-called varnashram duties. Mam bhajeta satu sattama. He is the topmost person who pursues the best of the person, best of the sat, best of the transcendentalists, who performs my bhajan. Correct? So this is the topmost teachings of Bhagavatam also. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Same thing, right? Aham tvam sarvapapebhyo moksheshyami ma sucha. That's not mentioned, but that is the principle. Similarly, the Lord says, Jnananishto virokto va madbhakto va anapekshakah salingam ashramam styaktva chared avidigocharaha. Yes, what is he saying? You be a jnananishta. Who is a jnananishta is fixed in knowledge. And when he is fixed in knowledge, he has detachment. Viraktova. Such a person has virakti. He is detached because he is fixed in knowledge. He knows everything is temporary. Either this is the first category, or second category is madbhakta va, or you be a devotee. Anapekshaka. Because anapeksha means he doesn't have any other expectations. He doesn't have any other desires. His only desire is to serve Krishna. Either you are this or you are that. Yes, what to do? Salingan ashramam styaktva. Whoever you are, give up. Give up your so-called external duties and chared avidigocharaha. Yes, you go beyond the rules and regulations of the Shastras. That means perform Krishna Bhakti. So that is the whole purpose of this section. Now, if I have your permission, I would like to take some section from Chaitanya Charitamrita, because this will set a very nice basis to Prabhupada's purport. So we are seeing the other purport. Now this we will see Chaitanya Charitamrita only. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So this is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Yes, Madhya Lila, 8th chapter, which is the talks between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai. This shloka number 56. Namaskara Kaila Rai, Prabhu Kaila Lingane, Dui Jane Krishna Katha, Kaya Rahastane. Okay, so Ramananda Rai offered obeisances to Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu embraced Ramananda Rai, and both of them began to discuss Krishna Katha, Kaya Rahastane. They wanted a secluded place because they're going to be confidential talks. Yes. Now, if you see the Bhagavatam discussions are also confidential discussions. Only devotees are allowed. We don't allow newcomers. Newcomers can come to newcomers orientation session. This is a very confidential discussion, deep discussion, right? Like that. So they are going to discuss further confidential. Next. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking, Prabhu kahe pad shloka sadhyera nirnaya, Raya kahe swadharma acharane Vishnu bhakti haya. Hari Hari. So first of all, Mahaprabhu directly what he asks, Sadhyera Nirnay. Please tell me what is the goal of life. Simple. This is what he wants to know. And what is Ramananda Rai saying? Swadharma acharane Vishnu bhakti haya. Yes, by executing one's varnashram duties, dharma acharan. That is Vishnu bhakti. And he gives proof from Vishnu Purana. Varnashrama chara vata purushena parapuman Vishnu aradhyate panta nanyat tattosha karanam. Makes it very clear that there is no other way to please the Lord than to perform one's varnashram and offering it varnashram duties to satisfy the Lord. Yes. So Prabhupada is also giving the same thing. Everybody should perform as per their nature, do the varnashram. But what is Mahaprabhu saying? Prabhu kahe evo bahya age kaha ar Rai kahe Krishna karmar pana sarva sadhya sar. Okay, so he said this is external. Evo bahya. Varnashram is, yes, it is external, but there is a spirit required also, right? This is externally everyone has to act. Bahya, he is not saying this is wrong. So Mahaprabhu never says that eho, what you say, eho wrong, eho na. Says this is vyartha, eho vyartha. He doesn't say eho vyartha. He says eho bahya. This is external. That everyone has to function. You are doing the duty of Shudra, I am doing the duty of sannyasi. Correct. You're a Shudra and a Grihastha. I am a sannyasi Brahmana. I am doing my duty, you are also doing duty. Both are doing duty. But this is external, but there has to be some inner substance also, right? He says this is external, mahya. Tell something which is inner, something internal, something deeper than that. प्रभु कहे हो बाह्य आगे करहार राय कहे कृष्ण कर्मार्पण सर्व साध्य सार. Yes. Ultimately the essence of all perfection is Krishna karmarpana. Let offer your karma. Yes, you do karma, but you should offer it also. Yes, with that intention to offer this to Krishna, we should perform varnashram. And then he gives proof from Gita. Yat karoshi yadasnasi yat juhoshi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushvamadarpanam. This is a proof from Mahabharata. That is Gita. And what does Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say? Prabhu kahe eho bhaiya aage kahar. Even this is external. Offering fruit to Krishna, there has to be something. Go deeper. You want this also external. Offering fruit to Krishna. Okay. Tell something. They say Rai kahe sarva swadharma tyaga yahi sadhya sar. Ultimate goal is to give up the swadharma. Then he quotes this sloka of Bhagavatam. Ajnana evam gunam doshan mayadishtan apisvakam dharmam santyajya sarvan mam bhajetsa sattama. This just now we discussed like 11:32. And he also quotes the same sloka of Gita. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshishami masacha. 2 proofs he gives. So I see I'm correct. I give it 2 proofs. What is Mahaprabhu telling? Prabhu kahe eho bhaiya aage kaha. This is also external. This is also external. Because ultimately giving up all dharmas, surrender. But what is the goal? Again, go deeper. Why? Give the inner substance. Rai kahe jnana mishra bhakti sadhya sar. So there is many more things, but the beginning, what I want to say is now jnana mishra bhakti, then jnana shunya bhakti, then dasya, this thing, shanta, dasya, sakya, ultimately it will culminate in madhurya, shringar. So when the topic of rasa comes, Mahaprabhu becomes, he doesn't say, oh bhaiya. He's saying, oh bhala, very aar kaha. Tell further. There is a very wonderful book I read. This is a book called as From Moses to Mahaprabhu. It's not a book actually, it's an article written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So there he says that no matter what you do, what all sadhanas you do, it can even be japa, you cannot attain Krishna. Because Krishna can be attained only through rasa. Yes, rasa. That is something by which you will attain Krishna. Right? So sarva rasa sar. So he's very happy. So that is the goal. So even this, the purpose is to attain the rasa. He gives up sarva dharman parityajya. Yes, in order to give the rasa, mellows, have mellow relationship with Krishna. That becomes the whole substance. Otherwise it is bahya. It's external. Right? Okay. From this particular point of view, let us now discuss Srila Prabhupada's purport. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Närada Muni is giving a practical example from his own past life. How he has transcended the varnashram. If you ask now Närada Muni, which varnashram you belong to? He's gone beyond that. He has passport, visa, license to go anywhere. Yes, there is absolutely no immigration for him. He can go to any universe. He can go to any planet in the Vaikuntha-loka. He can obviously go there. Right? Oh, there's a link given from Moses to Mahaprabhu. Of course, this book further explains very deeply how the rasas evolved. First, little the Lord released. First, he released only Shantaras. Shiva, Närada, the 4 Sanas, Sanak, Sanatana, Sanandana, Sanat Kumar, they all took the rasa of Shantaras. So they took it. And they started preaching it. Then later on, there was Dasya Bhav that appeared in the heart of Hanuman. And then Hanuman, whoever came in touch with Hanuman, they all started getting Dasya Bhakti. And this particular Dasya Bhakti is something that was adopted by the Jews. The Jews, they adopted this. Then there is Dwapar Yuga. There came Arjuna, Uddhava, Sudama. In their heart appeared Sakhyaras. So this Sakhyaras was something which was adopted by This is what Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, because he has studied everything very deeply. Bible, Quran, he has studied even in the Hebrew script, the holy literatures of the Jews. So they attend. So Muhammad attends Sakhya also. Their platform is of Sakhya, as a friend. Banda. Say Allah ka Banda. Banda is actually friend also. It's kind of friend. And then later on came the Vatsalya, much deeper rasa. So that Vatsalya was attained by the Christians, he says that. But for a long time, Madhurya Bhakti, that remained something of, okay, nobody could know it. So the knowledge of Bhakti also gradually evolves. First, Bhakti takes place in Brahmavarta. Brahmavarta, it was born. Brahmavarta is the land between Himalaya and Vindhyachal. There it was born. Then slowly it spends its childhood in Badrikashram. Boyhood in Naimisharanya. Yes, in then youth in Dravida Desh, the South India. And finally, the Bhakti gets maturity. The knowledge of spiritual knowledge gets maturity in Navadvip Dham. And from Navadvip Dham, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu inaugurated the Sankirtan movement by which the Madhurya Bhakti will spread all over the world. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written this book before the advent of Srila Prabhupada, before even Prabhupada was born. But he's giving it will spread all over the world. You see? He had the confidence. Yes, and now Srila Prabhupada's mercy. There are centers ready to spread this movement of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which awards won the highest. Yes, Unnata Ujjvala Rasam. So that particular Ujjvala Rasa is given to everyone through the Sankirtan. Correct? So that is this beautiful article. You can all download. Her Grace Indulekha Karuna Mataji has very mercifully given the link. It will hardly take anybody. Even if you have average intelligence like me, you will finish in 10 minutes, you can finish. It's very simple, just 2 pages. But read it, it's very interesting. So practical example from your past life. Formerly, during the previous life of Lord Brahma, Narad Muni was one of the denizens of Gandharvaloka. But unfortunately, it will be explained. Why? This is suspense. If I release tomorrow, day after, speakers will not have any subject to speak. So I will not speak. I will not release that. So there's something unfortunate that happened. It will come ahead. He fell from his position of Gandharvaloka and became that Shudra boy. Correct? So Gandharvaloka are those denizens who are expert. They are very beautiful, number one, and they are expert in singing. Yes, he became a Shudra. Why? What happened? What led to this downfall? So this we are going to find out in the rest of the story, which will come tomorrow, day after. So even though, now the point which is very important to understand, what is this section demonstrating? Now, even though cursed by Prajapatis to become a Shudra in his next life, why he was cursed, you all find out. In his next life, he became the son of Brahma. How this particular transition took place? How did he, from Shudra, became Brahma Putra? Yes, and he attained a position which was much more fortunate than even what he was in Gandharvaloka. You may say, oh my God, what happened? Very unfortunate. He was a big Gandharva, a very su-sammataù, very respectable Gandharva, but then he attained a position which is much more with the same function. What do Gandharvas do? They sing, they dance. That's what he's doing, Narad Muni. Without being called, he is no more called a Gandharva. He is beyond the position of Gandharva, but he's doing the same functionality of singing, dancing. He has a tall, beautiful body. Everything remains. In fact, he's got better. Everything has become better. Gandharvas can only live and move in a certain jurisdictions, but Narad Muni he can move anywhere he likes. Yes, so he got a better position. So this indicates the power of devotional service. Do you have an example, again, some other example of somebody who was cursed, but he got a better position? I will give an example. You all also can give wonderful examples. So in 9th canto Bhagavatam, you will see that there was a student of Vasishtha. He comes in the dynasty of Surya, the Vivaswan dynasty, Lord Ram's ancestor. His name is Prashraddha. So Prashraddha, being a student of Vasishtha, was given a service in his brahmachari days to guard the Gurukul cows. But very unfortunately, what happened was once a tiger in the time of night entered into this cow shed, and Prasiddha understood, and this tiger may attack any of the cows. So what did he do? He took a sword and he aimed at the tiger. Dhvani Bedan. Wow, just by hearing. Okay, should. So that particular sword, it touched the tiger and little bit of his blood came out, oozed out. But that sword went and it killed a cow. And next day when they found out, Vasishtha was wild. He cursed him, "You rascal, you will lose everything and you will become a low-grade Shudra in your next life." So Prasiddha was cursed by spiritual master. What is the hope? Of course, he didn't do anything intentionally. It was unintended. But what did Prasiddha do? He went and started doing chanting. He chanted the holy name of Lord. Kept chanting, and next life went back to Godhead. He didn't even have to take birth as a Shudra. He got even better position. Although cursed, got a better position because Bhakti can take a person to the best position. Okay. Närada cursed by Daksha. Yes. Närada was cursed for what? For preaching. You're going and preaching in the IIT. He was preaching in the IIT college, Indian Institute of Tapasya. That's where he was preaching, Narayana Saras. You are preaching in the IIT college. Nowadays, devotees also go and preach in IITs, the best colleges. So you are preaching in Indian Institute of Tapasya. We curse you. What did he do? Now he is preaching everywhere, all over. He made him universal preacher. So his position increased. Yes, he was preaching in small colleges, chota-mota colleges. But now he's preaching all over the universe after the curse. Vritrasur, very good. So, how the position of Vritrasur increased? Of course, he apparently got a curse, but he went back to Godhead very soon. Very soon he went and attained the service to Lord Shankarshan. Happened very fast. Dhruv Maharaj, yes, Dhruv Maharaj was not cursed exactly, but he was ill-treated. But through Bhakti, he attained a position, which is, Lord gave him his own Vaikuntha-loka. You take Dhruvaloka, this is my planet, you take and you control. It's a position greater than Brahma. He got it. Krishna can do it. Narakuver Manigriv, Hari Bol, yes. They got to serve Vrajvasis. Vrajvasis used to climb on those trees, play on those trees, and they got to see the entire Balya Leela of Krishna. Better position. Parikshit Maharaj, he got to hear Srimad Bhagavatam and become eternally glorified for being a listener of Srimad Bhagavatam. Valmiki, correct. Valmiki didn't get cursed, but Valmiki was through Mara Nama Japa. He became a Brahmarshi. He became so much Brahmarshi that he wrote Ramayana, and it so became the Sita Ram Lakshman. When they came back from Vanvas, he told, "Sit down, I'll give class." So he's giving class to Lord Ram, glories of chanting Ram Nam. It's there, this particular section comes in the Adhyatma Ramayana. Yes. King Indradumna, correct. He was a mystic yogi, but he became, Lord came and exchanged rasa with him as Gajendra. So although cursed, but he became glorified eternally as a very Bhaktya Tutosha Bhagavan Gajayu Tapaya. Even great devotee like Prahlad Maharaj is praising Gajendra or his devotional service. So they all became glorious. Very correct. So this story also is to illustrate the same principle, that Bhakti raises the devotee's level way beyond one's imagination. So we discussed what is mahä-kalpe. Atéte Brahma-kalpe means the previous life of previous Brahma's life. Brahma dies at the end of many millions of years. Sahasya yuga paryantam aharyat brahmano vidu. 1000 divya yugas is Brahma's 12 hours. Aharyat brahmano. Ahar is day. Ratrim yuga sahasrantam. And Ratri is also that much. 1000 divya yugas, another 12 hours. Eho ratra vidojana. Yes, so like this kalpa is 2000 divya yugas. Divya yuga is the 4 yugas combined. 4 yugas, which comes close to 43,20,000 years. You can multiply by 2000, that is his 24 hours. Like that, Brahmaji lives for how much? Is 30 days in a month, 12 months in a year, and like that 100 years he lives. It comes close to 311 trillion years. Correct? After this, Brahma also dies. Yes, that's the end of his duration. So the point here is, you see what is the glory of Närada. Just like Sri Krishna can remember incidents from the millions of years ago. That's what he was telling Arjuna also, right? He was telling Arjuna, that Bahu, he was telling that aparam bhavato janma param janma vivasvatah katam etad vijaniyam tam madho proktavaniti. Arjuna asked a question. Aparam bhavato janma, we both are equal devotees. Param Dharma Vivasvita. Vivasvan is senior devotee. Katam etad vijaniyam tomado proktavaniti. How am I supposed to know you are his teacher? You brought him to Krishna consciousness. Right? I don't know how you brought him to Bhakti. Your junior, his senior devotee. He's born before you. Then Mahu Janma is a Krishna tells Arjuna that Bahuni me vetitani janmani tavaja Arjuna. We have spent millions of births. We have spent so many births together. And many births I have spoken Bhagavad Gita. You are also present. But you don't remember. I remember. I know it. So that's where he establishes himself as Ajopisan Avyayatma. Right? So even Narad Muni is able to remember incidents from past life, millions and millions of years ago. He is able to remember it. Alright? Because he's a devotee of Lord. So that's why sometimes he's also called as Bhagavan Nārada. Because he has many, many qualities similar to Bhagavan, because he's such a close associate of Brahma, Bhagavan. So Narad Muni, through his bhakti, he tells 3 things that he attains. Number 1, he attains spiritual knowledge. Now one may say spiritual knowledge, we are also getting spiritual knowledge. This Bhagavatam class, we got spiritual knowledge. This spiritual knowledge means he learnt about the form of Lord. Form, abode, Leela, Nam, Roop, Guna, Leela, etc. of Lord. This is spiritual knowledge. The second thing that he got is, he got divine opulences. Before even you get service, you get all the qualities required to fulfill that service. Third, he got confidential service. Now this confidential service is very rare. This is not a service to make bhoga, chadu, chamar. That's also transcendental service. This is confidential service, which means now Lord wants to do something. How to make my pastime interesting? So he will call Närada. Närada, you go and talk to Kamsa once. Lord, should I go? Go talk to him. So Narada Muni will go to Kamsa. Say, Kamsa, you are in so much tension. What happened? Says, oh, I'm going to die. My Kala has come. You know your name of your Kala? No, till now I don't even know his name, how he looks like. Because whoever I sent, Yadgatvana Nivartante. Nobody came back. I sent so many Asuras. Every day Kamsa sent 2 Asuras. Morning, evening. Nobody came back. So I really don't know. Please tell me. Who is he? Then he reveals the holy name. His name is Krishna. Kamsa first time listens. Who gave the holy name to him? Yes, so this fool will chant at least for some time. So he gave him the name. Till now he didn't have the name. I'll give the name. Then after that what happens? After that he'll tell, I'll give you the whole plan. So you sit down. Whenever Närada used to come many times like this. So Kamsa will immediately send this all. Everyone get out. Now it's time with my guru. Personal time. This is my personal meeting. So he'll make Närada sit on his asan. Kamsa will sit down on the floor and keep massaging Närada's feet and talking to him. It's the quality of Narad Muni. Such a atheistic fellow who has no faith in Krishna, but he worships Närada. So indirectly he's doing some service to him also. So that's how Krishna plans. Närada is a confidential associate. Then Närada says, how to make Lord's pastime interesting. It's my Lord has given this service to me. Okay. So he will tell. You Kamsa, what we can do, till now what has happened? Krishna has won all the matches. You know why? Because he has home pitch advantage. He's there on his home track. On the other hand, what we can do is we can try to get Krishna here, maybe he will win. And Kamsa agrees, yes, nice idea to bring, but how he will come? Oh, he will come if somebody very close to him. Why don't you send Akrura? Yes, because all the Vrishnis, Satvatas, Bhojas, Andakas, they all had fled off. But Akrura had some faith. Akrura stayed back in Kamsa's abode because he had some faith that someday I will get to go and see Krishna. With that, one day I will get Kamsa's service, I'll keep doing with the hope that one day I'll get to go for Vrindavan Yatra. And there I'll go and have darshan of Krishna. With that hope, he continues as to serve. So Narad knows that desire of Akrura. So he says, why don't you send Akrura? Then Narada thinks, oh, this fool is very, very stingy fellow. He will send his own chariot. No, prepare a brand new chariot. And Kamsa simply obeys. Okay, brand new golden chariot. In that you will bring Krishna. So that should not be used by this fool. Then what else I can do? Then he says, now don't send any more demons. Okay, no more demons because nobody came back, right? Don't finish. Now you bring Krishna here. And how to bring, he will not come ordinary. Kamsa say, please, he's taking notes. He's noting one point. How? You create a Dhanur Yajna. Nice idea. And you invite Nanda and his family. Don't just invite Krishna Balram. You create Dhanur Yajna. You worship your weapons. Have a nice worship. And that, on that pretext, invite Nanda, who's one of your sarpanch. He's the head of your district, right? So you invite him and his family. Give an invitation. Then everyone will come. And Krishna will also come. Balram will also come. So it's a very good idea. And then what to do? And then further what you can do is, there is one big elephant, right? Kolepit, like that boxing match. Everything comes on notes down. Yes, finally. So it's a nice entertainment for Lord. Now, just like there are very, very senior devotees, Maharajas, they just come to one place. Okay, suppose we are coming to one place, maybe something like New Jersey or LA, South Carolina, North Carolina. They're coming to one place, and the senior devotee there gets the responsibility to give classes. Okay, so this Maharaj is coming on Friday evening and leaving some Monday morning. So how to fix the arrangements? Okay, fine. In whose house Maharaj will stay? He gets a chance to fix. Okay, this devotee's house is very comfortable, and Maharaj will have comfortable stay. Okay, we'll give there. Who can take transport service? Okay, this devotee has BMW. Maharaj can travel comfortably in that car. Okay, he can give traveling department. Okay, then what else? Maharaj, where all he can give classes? Okay, Friday that satsang, morning Bhagavatam here, Saturday that particular program. So he will arrange. He has that freedom to arrange. So Narad Muni is arranging all pastimes in such a way that Lord gets an opportunity to even have Viryaras. So he arranges all match. Directly, he doesn't say, Kamsa, you stand there and you fight. He will die. Finished. This is no fun. There should be some league matches, then some quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then finally there should be finals. That's how he arranges matches very nicely. And final matches, Kamsa versus Krishna, the grand finale. So like that he arranges all schedule and gives it to Kamsa. Now you follow this. And Kamsa is so grateful. This plan never came to my head. Thank you, Närada. So like this, Närada Muni got an opportunity to be a confidential servant of the Lord. He did like this confidential service. Yeah, so that's what he got through the Bhakti. Yes, so Bhakti given by the Bhakti Vedantas, the four great wonderful personalities. He was very fortunate. So this whole theoretical aspect is given through his personal life. Yeah. So that's the beauty. And even if you see, there is a stages of Bhakti explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.16 to 22. Right from the time of Adau Shraddha till the Bhagavad Darshanam. These stages are very beautifully explained. And these correlate very much to the life of Närada. So this was theory explained to us. And the practicals of which comes in the life of Närada in the 5th chapter of the 1st canto. So whatever theory is there in the Shastras, through life of the Mahabhagavatas, we get to see it practically. Thank you very much. The time is up. I would like to conclude here. Initially, I was thinking what is there to speak, because it's a very small purport. Then Krishna gave me the intelligence to include some commentary of Acharyas. Let's go to some CC. Let's discuss, analyze, and we got some content to speak. So any expert comments, queries, questions, if we have time? Yes. Okay. Sindhu Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much for a wonderful class. Please accept my humble obeisances. Maybe this is something, I don't know how to ask this question. So, among so many Gandharvas, why was Narad Muni chosen by the Lord to get cursed so that he gets bhakti? Was it something in the tattva, jiva tattva? Gandharvas are also creation of the Lord. They are also the energy of the Lord. Is there something different in him? One quality you did mention where he was, he had equanimity amongst all the other Gandharvas. That means he had no vairatva or dvesha or raga. So that is one quality. But was there something else which made Lord, pull him towards himself?
Yes. The answer is given by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He says very clearly that all these personalities, Närada, Dhruva, Prahalada, all of the great personalities that we see in Bhagavatam are glorified. They are as such Nitya Siddha devotees of Lord. But in order to demonstrate the power of sadhu sangha and the science of bhakti, they also begin their journey just like any other sadhaka would begin. Yeah. Bharat Maharaj, everyone, all of them, they're all Nitya Siddhas of the Lord. So he has come from the spiritual sky just to do this, from the spiritual world, to perform this particular Leela with the Lord. But he takes the route of a Vaidhi Sadhaka. So this is the answer that Chakravarti Thakur gives. And this is true for all these great personalities. Is it clear?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much. It's a very, very wonderful class. I do have more questions. If nobody has questions, I will go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Prabhu. So when we spoke about the Lord inspiring somebody to transcend the varnashram dharma, I think at our level, how do we know? When do we know? First of all, how do we know that we have to transcend? How it's very difficult, right? That means they are very advanced in bhakti, and that's why they understand that the Lord inspires them.
The understanding that we have to transcend the Vedic varnashram or the Vedic rules and regulations is given in Bhagavad Gita 2 times. The second chapter itself. Traigunya Vishya Veda Nisraigunya Bhavarjuna. Yes, Yada te mohi kalilam buddhir bhavate tada gantasu nirvedam shotas strotavyasya shrutasya cha. 2.53 and 2.45. 2 places, right in the second chapter. He says you have to go beyond the Vedic injunctions and rules and conducts. Not to transgress, but to transcend. And how are we going to transcend? The way to transcend is the same way. By performing the Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Because Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti will take you to Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti, which will take you to Bhav Bhakti. At the stage of Bhav Bhakti, we transcend all the rules and regulations because we have gone beyond 3 modes. We are beyond Maya that time. So it is an instruction. We have to. It's an instruction which is received. We have to do it. But we don't have to worry so much about transcending. Let's worry about, as such, following what is a prescribed sadhana. At the right time, we will be instructed. Even if you look at Prabhupada, he was instructed to take sannyas by his spiritual master coming in dream many times. Right? So we will be instructed by our superior spiritual master if we have to transcend. But many a times, Krishna also glorifies us. Loka sangraya evayam astito janakadeha. So he glorifies Janak Maharaj. Although he had transcended the varnashram, he still remained in the varnashram just to set a good example. Right? And that's what Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur wanted. Previous to that, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's times and after the Goswamis, everybody would accept Babaji Vesh. And thus there was a huge chaos. Even a person who is not yet there would take the form of Babaji and be attracted to wealth, wine and women, externally wearing a garb of a Babaji. So it's Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur who brought back the principles of Varnashram. No. If this is happening, we'll create a very Sahajic society. So he brought back Varnashram. He brought back the saffron order. Yes, Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi. He brought back those orders. And you follow. Even if somebody is on the platform of whichever platform, transcendental platform, for institutional purposes, we remain in the particular Sthane Sthita Shrutikatam Tanuvak Manovir. We remain in our respective position. That's what Mahaprabhu's ultimate instruction to Kurma Brahman also is there in the South Indian tour. Sthane Sthita Shrutikatam. You be in the wherever you are and do 3 things, he says. Yes. Number 1, you continue to associate with devotees and hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Number 2, chant the holy name constantly. That's the instruction he gives. And number 3, preach as much as possible while remaining in the respective ashram. That is superior. That's the instruction that Mahaprabhu gave everyone.
Thank you, Prabhu. I think my third question is actually answered by the second question. So very grateful to you. Very, 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 very beautiful class. I need to go back and rehear. There were so many points, so many takeaways. One last, maybe any tips that you can give us. I'm very, very poor in remembering the shlokas. I read it and I forget it. And when I hear from, devotees, pure devotees like yourself and the others, it freely flows from your mouth, verse after verse. So how do we, I can't get to that level, I know, but how do
Yes,
we
I will give you a tip. But what I perceive, it is an endeavor. It is not something which is easy. We have to endeavor. So my request to you is, when you see a shloka, especially which you have utility, we cannot remember all shlokas which are there. That much capacity, if somebody is having, we can do it. But normal people, we have utility. Okay, I can use this shloka very nicely when discussing with Vaishnavas. So we note down the number, then you can personally, okay, right now I'm not having in my pocket. I have a shloka card actually. I keep it in my pocket. I fold an A4 size paper into 8 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, back side 1, 2, 3, 4, front side 1, 2, 3, 4. And I write shlokas. And whenever I have time, I just go through shloka. So my goal is at least one shloka, at least one per day. I learn something new and I revise the previous ones. So you have to put effort. And mainly remember the word-to-word meaning. And even if you do not, you're not able to memorize the shloka, no problem. You open the shloka and read. And by repeatedly explaining the shloka, you will memorize easily. Explain the meaning to someone. Okay.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. I'll try to follow that.
Yes,
and
yes.
very grateful
all the best.
Very, very grateful for your class. Excellent session, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I just wanted to hear some comments from devotees, especially that particular comment of Lalitangi Radha Mataji. Amazing content with heart-touching realizations, sprinkled with lol humor. Your classes are chappan ho prasadam, spiritually enlivening and delicious. This is audible prasadam. Thank you. Edible prasad, audible prasad. That's one thing we can do. And I would like to thank others also, Amog, Vasundhara Mataji, and others also for sending your blessings via thanking me. Preeti Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji, please accept.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanatvanam, Jai Shri Prabhupada. You're back to the US.
Yes, Prabhuji, I'm back. My father left his body, so that's why I have to go to India. So I was there for 1.5 months. I came back now.
All rights happened well?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yes, Mataji, you were saying something.
Yeah, I was saying very wonderful class. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Like Gandharvas, they chant, dance, and sing. Same way, the devotees like Gandharva, they are also chanting, dancing.
Yeah. Devotees are beyond that. Gandharvas, they are officially entitled to. But devotees are helplessly. So just a joke and realization, small, I wanted to share. When I've recited many mantras in the past, and I've seen people reciting mantras, especially they may sit like this, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om, or something else. But when you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you automatically start dancing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Dancing becomes natural, right? Yeah. So we are natural Gandharvas. Notice this, Mataji, you noticed?
Yes.
So you chant the mantra, you say Hare Krishna, Krishna. You're not able to control the ecstasy. You start dancing.
Yeah. We don't, see it like this.
We can't. The Holy Name will not let you sit and chant. Yes. Dancing will come. With chant Hare Krishna mantra, you become Gandharva.
Especially when Kirtan is going on, then definitely you cannot stop dancing.
Yeah, you cannot. Correct. So this is one mantra, you cannot sit and start like a dhyana. Hare Krishna. Seriously, you cannot chant. You will dance. Thank you. Just wanted to share that.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very wonderful class and very playful mood. You teach everything. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You are the one who founded me. You had reached out to me, I remember, many years back.
Yes, I found the diamond.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Jai. Okay, there is Sudhakar Prabhu wants to ask something. We'll give him an option. I think he was raising his hands from that time. We just didn't notice. Yes, Sudhakar Prabhu.
He's the one hosting for question and answers, Prabhuji. He's starting his service from today.
Oh, congratulations, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu.
Your service is Sutta Goswami service. Because Sutta Goswami actually organizes the question answers between Parikshit and Shukadev. Yes, go ahead. Sudhakar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, it was a very good session, but some of these classes I could not attend. But I just want to ask you in summary, because I could not attend the previous some other class. So in the end, Naradji is trying to tell Yudhishthira about varnashra dharma, to be in varnashra dharma, or what he's trying to say to the Yudhishthira.
Well, Yudhishthir Maharaj is a pure devotee of Lord, and he has just become the Samrat. We need to understand the context also there. And when he has become Samrat, now he has to rule the kingdom. Yes, he has become Indraprastha. He has got Indraprastha. He has done the Rajsuya and become Samrat, which means he is the king of the entire world. Now, that's the day celebration, and it's official now. So on that day, what he is doing, he is told first of all the glories of Prahlad to inspire Yudhishthira Maharaj in his bhakti. You're doing very wonderful devotee. You do nice bhakti. And the second part, now because you are the king now, and Yudhishthira himself asks many questions. So you should know how to organize your society into proper varna and ashrams. Yes, so king should know everything. Without that, you will not be able to rule properly. You will not be able to take proper decisions. Right? So for that particular purpose, you should know the proper organization of varna and ashrama, which I will explain to you. And Yudhishthira Maharaj very patiently hears this. That is the whole objective. Is it okay?
Okay, yeah. Well, I was trying to catch up with the context in which why this varnashra again is emphasizing.
Yes. Like and second reason is, Prabhu, because the first part of the 7th canto speaks about pure bhakti of Prahlad. And not everybody will naturally have that. We have other nature. So how to purify that nature? So for that purpose, to have a mind focused, Varnashram, Acharya has explained, we do Varnashram to fix mind. We don't have control over mind otherwise. So Varnashram is also needed. So do your Varnashram and your Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Then eventually we will come to the platform of Bhava Bhakti, where you need not do Varnashram. You're gone beyond it. Yeah.
Okay. So that is beyond transcendental, you are saying. That's the state
transcendental
of transcendental.
Is that. Transcendental means beyond 3 modes.
Okay.
Correct.
So for normal sadhaks like us, I don't know much about that to say, but if you don't follow anybody or any aspiring devotee is not following Varnashra Dharma, knowingly or unknowingly, so that means he cannot progress, or how do you treat this?
Why? Why is not for that reason? Why we do what we do, or why we do what we don't know is very important. Why? Why
maybe
he's
because
not able?
of lack of knowledge or something like that.
Lack of knowledge is not excuse. If I don't know the rules of driving and I commit a mistake, oh, I did not know. I thought green means to stop, red means to go. You cannot. Your ignorance is not an excuse. But somebody is not following the varnashram because at that particular point of time there is, for a reason that is anukul to bhakti. Such a person is glorious. Like one of the rules is to obey superiors, especially one's father. So if you see Yadu, he was the son of the very glorious Pururava. When Pururava asks for age, Yadu doesn't obey his father. But his goal was, because he knew in future Krishna would appear in his dynasty and be called as Yadunandan. So his glory is because he disobeyed father to give Krishna a room in his family. So he wanted to do service to Krishna. That's why he disobeyed his father. So in one sense, he broke the principle of the Kula Dharma or Varnashram Dharma. Right? But what is the goal? The goal was service. Now, if you look at Madhavendra Puri, even Madhavendra Puri mentions that Bosnana Tubhyam Namo, Bho Pitra Tarpana Namo, Sandhya Vandana Bhadramastu Bhavato, Bosnana Tubhyam Namo. He's telling everyone, Sandhya Vandan, Hare Krishna, sorry. All devatas, Kula devatas, sorry. Pitras, big sorry. I don't have time for all of you, because once I started chanting the names, I only keep chanting the holy name. Of course, this personality is transcendent. He's a kalpa vriksha in the spiritual world. Right? But at the same time, what he's trying to show here, if somebody is so much absorbed in Ananya Bhakti, such a person need not do Varnashram Dharma. But we are not yet Ananya Bhaktas. We have those materialistic desires. Then, well, that we are not Ananya Bhaktas, we have to do Varnashram also. And if somebody is not doing, then it is very important why he didn't do. If the reason behind he not doing is for following a higher principle, then that is forgiven. What does Lord say by Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja? In course of you surrendering unto me, in case you apparently did not follow some lower principle, you will get sin because you didn't follow it. But that sin I will take care. Don't worry. Masucha. You get it, right?
Yeah, that's what I got it now. Yeah. So because there are some cases we hear from scriptures who does not follow the varnashrama,
I'll
but
show
still
you
they
one. I'll show you verse
lives,
also.
right?
Yeah, that is laziness. Arjuna was not following varnashram because of lethargy. That's why he says Yuddhasva Vigata Jvara. Now I'll show you one verse if you have time.
Yes, Prabhu.
Dharma Deha Dharma Karma. This comes in the, just 1 minute. Chaitanya Charitamrita, which establishes Sarva Dharman Parityajya. This explains what is Sarva Dharman Parityajya very nice, very clearly, through the example of gopis.
Okay.
So we have so many dharmas actually. See here, Loka Dharma. You have to follow the lokas. When you're with the people in general, you have a dharma to follow. Veda Dharma. You have to follow the Vedas. Deha Dharma. You have to take care of your body. Karma. You have your respective varnashram duties. Of course, for a stree, it is lajja. For a brahmachari, it is sense control. For a grahastha, it is proper sense engagement. For a vanaprastha, it is again austerity. For sannyasi, it is traveling and preaching. Dhairya, patience. Because this is what will give you sattva guna. Deha sukha. Yes, you have to give some pampering to the body also. Atma sukha marma. Dustyaja Aryapat. You should follow the path of Aryapat. You should always take care of your people, parijana. But gopis gave up all this. Loka dharma, Veda dharma, Deha dharma, karma. Lajja dairya deha sukha, Atma sukha marma. Dustyaja Aryapat nicha parijana. Swajane karaye tada, yata tadana pratsana. Sarva tyaga kari kare, Krishnera bhajana. Krishna sukha hetu kare, prema sevana. So this is the meaning of Sarva Dharman Parityajya. They gave up all these other dharmas to serve Krishna. So they are the highest example of Sarva Dharman Parityajya. So we may not be able to do Sarva Dharman Parityajya 24 hours, but sometime we supposed could not follow one for the purpose of Krishna bhajan, then it is okay. But that should not be done irresponsibly. A student cannot say that, oh, I will not study for exam because I want to do more rounds. He cannot do that. Yes, one cannot give Krishna consciousness as an excuse to not do varnashram. But when naturally has gone beyond, then that is fine. Is it okay, Prabhu?
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhu, actually, for enlightening on the Bhakti, and also I think you touched so much deep about the Bhakti, which I could not get some of the terminology, but I think I will slowly catch up.
Yes, Prabhu. Please feel free to, you wish to clarify something at some other point of time, you can definitely reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to serve. Okay. Thank you all very much, and thank you all wonderful devotees, Yashamati Priya Mataji, Shri Radha Madan Mohan Prabhu, Neelam Mataji, Shivani Mataji, everyone, Shiromani Nandini Mataji, Himangi Gopeshwari Mataji, for your comments, encouragement and blessings. And most importantly, I am always inspired to see Lalita Mataji, Dinbandhu Prabhu, standing so you humbly listening to all classes they come. It's so inspiring. Thank you so much. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. I think they want to say a word or two. Yes. Lalita Mataji, go ahead.
I was wondering, are you going to be at the Sadhu Sangha in Florida? Will we be able to meet you in person?
Where are you right now? Where are you based at?
North Carolina.
North Carolina, that's not so far, right? We have Florida, we have this thing Atlanta, and above that, this I think it is Georgia, and
Yes.
above that is South Carolina. We are near. Definitely, if Krishna allows, I'll be there. That's what, in order to enter Vrindavan Dham, you need Rajvasi's blessings. Similarly, in order to enter America Dham, we need blessings of all our American Dham Vasis. If you bless, I may be given an entry. Yes. The Sadashiv's representative, the immigration officer, he will check if this person is having blessing, he has that qualities of American Das, then I will be given an opportunity to come and serve all of you. Definitely. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So devotees, let's
pray our obeisances.
So let's pray our obeisances to Prabhuji if there are no questions.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha.
Patitanan pavanebhyo
Vaishnava namo namaha.
Vaishnava
Sri
ki
Bhagavatam.
jai.
Jai.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Jai.
jai. His great
Jai.
Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji ki jai.
Thank you so much.
Jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, devotees.